Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for watching this video today. I am with Mr. Pako Moshaga, who will be talking about coaching, personal branding, and Mr. Moshaga is also a public speaker. He's also a writer. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Moshaga.
Thank you so much, Pui. It's quite a pleasure. Thanks again.
Thank you. Yeah. So we'll just jump right into it. Let's start first by talking about coaching. Can you just help us understand what coaching is about?
Okay, so coaching is basically the transfer of skills in a formal, in a structured way. If you look at, let's say football, right? So you have coaches in a team and they coach their players, and after a number of years, the players themselves become coaches. That is because they've been coached on how to play and how to teach as well. So coaching is basically a form of, I'd say, skills transfer from one expert to someone else who is being taught or being trained.
Yeah.
It applies to the field of soccer. In the professional world, in so many other fields, it's the same science and the same art with a bit of differences here and there.
Right, right. I like how you also mentioned that the coachee, like a successful coaching session would end with the coachee being able to coach others as well. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Yes, yes. Thank you. So what would you say the benefits of coaching are?
I'd say the benefits of coaching to an individual is that, one, you gain skills that you didn't have before. And the other thing is that you become an expert in that field. And beyond that, you are able to teach those skills to another group of people or to another individual as well. So coaching helps one to grow personally. So it's in line with one's personal development to learn and to grow and to improve and to master new fields as well.
Right. So what about for businesses, employers as well? If an employer is maybe watching this video and thinking, what would I benefit? What would my business benefit?
Okay, so for a business owner, the benefit of having your employees being coached is that they are able to bring more value to the job. Right. One, they're able to bring more skills, or perhaps bring I'd say, a refined set of skills to the job. And so you're able to get more value from your employees. Then the other thing is that it helps to boost their self-esteem and their confidence as well, being that they have now been trained in a certain field. They are now experts in that field. And so happy employees, confident employees are able to bring in much more than what is expected on the job.
Right. Okay. So I know you're also an expert when it comes to personal branding. So I would like you to use personal branding as an example of coaching. Define it to us and tell us who, in your opinion, would benefit from personal branding.
All right. So personal branding, I'd like to say it like this. Personal branding is what people say about you when you're not in the room. So basically, it is the summation of your habits, your appearance, and your character.
Right.
The elements of a brand are actually those three. The first one being your appearance. So as people who are very visual, right? And so appearance counts for a lot more than we often tend to think. Mm-hmm. And so we need to define our appearance and give the world an appearance that we are proud of, that we want to be linked to. So presentation, basically, you always have to be presentable and not necessarily wearing high-end designer fashion, no, just being presentable counts for a lot. Then the second thing is your character. People will refer to you based on your character. Mm-hmm. If they say you are that rude lady, they base that based on your character. Or if they say that you are that shy guy, is based on your character. So the way that we carry ourselves around other people is what people use to define us in our absence. Then the third one would be our behavior. This one talks more to our speech, the way that we talk about ourselves, the way that we talk about other people. Someone that is confident. We say they are confident not because they told us that they're confident, but we see it in them. We see it in their character. We see it in how they talk about themselves. They speak very well of themselves in a positive light, in an uplifting tone, you see. And so these three things basically define what our personal brand is. And our brand, you could say, it's like a label that people put on you, just like our clothes have tags at the back. People put certain labels on us that either work for us or work against us, really.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. This channel, as you'll be aware, is not just about businesses. It's also because it's family support. So what I like about what you're saying is I realize that personal branding then starts really at home, doesn't it?
That's very true. It does, yes.
Yes. So the way we carry ourselves, starting from home and then into the workplace, right? So what can you say are the pitfalls of not having a personal brand?
I'd say the pitfalls of not having a personal brand are that, one, you'll have a brand, because we all have brands, that is basically undefined, that doesn't have a sense of direction, and that is really just a function of wherever the wind goes, so to speak. And so you will most likely be defined by your negative traits as opposed to your positive traits. An example that I love to give is a few years ago, there was someone that I know was looking to hire in the department. And I recommended someone that we both know. And he said, oh yeah, I know him, but he's always complaining. You know, he's always negative. He's always has something bad to say about someone and about something. And on the basis of that, he wasn't even offered a chance to be assessed for the job. You see? So on the basis of his character, he lost out on that. So the pitfalls of not being aware of our character, our behavior, and our appearance is that these things cost us opportunities that we often won't even get to know about. Like at this point, the guy doesn't know that he lost out on a job due to his character. And unfortunately, most of the time we lose out and we'll never become aware that we actually lost out on something. Yeah,
that's a shame. I guess it's more about managing our personal brand, like positively then, being constant about managing ourselves, isn't it? Can you also share, please, examples of maybe businesses or people that we may know who you would say have been able to successfully manage their personal brands?
All right. I'll start off with a name that we know fairly well.
Yeah.
The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. The Rock started in wrestling, then he got into acting. And today he's amongst the highest paid male actors in the world. And the way that he did that is that he formed a personal brand in the wrestling space, a good brand, a positive name for himself. And then he took that positivity and transferred it into a new field, being acting. So because we liked him as a wrestler, we'll still like him as an actor because it's The Rock. It's a good brand. It's a name that we know, that we like, and that has fairly positive things around it. And so that's an example of how someone took a brand and used it in a new field. Another example is Trevor Noah from South Africa. So he started out as a comedian in SA, and he did really, really well. And he managed his personal brand very well, free of any bad publicity, any negativity, any scandals, and generally just a positive brand that, you know, people want to be around, people want to be linked to. And so because of how well managed that brand was, it caught the attention of even people outside of South Africa and even outside of the continent as well. And now he's been based in the States for a couple of years now. And that is because his brand stood out from his peers, basically.
I've actually just been watching Trevor Noah just before this interview. He's really good.
Wow, you see now, you see what I mean.
So let's talk about your services, your consultancy services. Could you just let us know what you do, not just about personal branding, anything else really, because I know you do a lot more.
All right, so in terms of what my company does, I offer a couple of things. The first one is how to build a personal brand. I help clients walk through a process over 6 months in terms of how to build the personal brand, how to identify the value proposition in that brand and to build around that. Then I also offer coaching in the fields of public speaking. I've run a masterclass locally last year. I also offer consulting in the fields of job interviews. I help people get ready for job interviews or even interviews with the media, with TV, radio, papers, whatever it is. Yes, so and I also offer coaching in the fields of how to use LinkedIn effectively. I've been on LinkedIn for a couple of years. I've gained a fairly solid following, and the learnings that I've gained over the time, I now use them as a method of coaching people on how to use LinkedIn to get opportunities and to get noticed, and also how to use the platform right, because we tend to use it a lot like other social media platforms, very casual and the likes. But what I help my clients do is how to understand I'd say the difference and the nuances that one sees on platforms such as LinkedIn.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you also share with us your contact details so that those who are interested in finding you may be able to access you easily, please?
All right, thanks. In terms of social media, I'm on Facebook, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Instagram as Pako Moshaga. That's my full name. Then in terms of my email, it's pako@talitakumi.co. pako@talitakumi.co. Then beyond that, really, reach out to me on any of those social media platforms, and I'll be more than happy to have a conversation.
Yeah. The other question that I would like to ask you as well is, do you offer services to people in Botswana only, or would you be able to offer services worldwide, virtually?
So I offer services globally. I'm based in Botswana, yes, but I offer services globally. I've given talks outside Botswana before. I've spoken to people in Ghana. I also spoke at a Toastmasters regional conference. This was last year, to people in about 7 countries, some countries in Botswana. I think some people are from the UK, some were from Malaysia as well. So I do offer my services virtually.
That's really lovely. Thank you very much. We're going to end our meeting here. So I would like to really thank you very much for joining me, Mr. Moshaga, and thank you very much to our viewers. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us just before we close our recording?
Well, I think for me, just to thank you for the chance to be on the platform, to share my thoughts and my ideas around personal branding. And to the viewers, I'd just like to thank them for their time as well, for tuning in today and for following the conversation. And I'd just like to encourage everyone to reflect on their personal brands, because it can really help one to get ahead, whether as a professional or as a business person, as an artist, whatever field that you are in. Work on your brand, be consistent, and you will see the results.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I will now end our